Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 644. The title of today's lesson is the difference between kill time and pass time. Okay, somebody wants a screenshot, do it right now. Let's go right to it. If one needs to kill time, it suggests one is taking part in a particular action simply to pass the time more quickly. Between activities, one would usually rather be doing something more interesting or stimulating, but one is usually limited because they are waiting for the next activity to happen. All right, now, if you want to get really technical about it, every time you kill time, you are actually passing time. But not every time you pass time are you killing time. And killing time is usually between two activities, especially when you're kind of stuck waiting for something else to happen. All right, so let's continue. If one passes time, it suggests one is taking part in an activity in which one has free time, and one chooses to use this time in this way. Often it is something one likes to do. So we especially use this when it's not in the sense of killing time. You're not waiting for something. You're choosing to do this because, you're just trying to find something interesting for yourself to do. You could choose many things, but if you're choosing this, you probably like it, or at least find it somewhat interesting. Let's continue. When one needs to kill time, it is not always one of the better choices, but one chooses from what is available in the place or the situation one is in. And one may be annoyed if one has to spend too much time doing it. So that's the sense that we say to kill time. You really have to use up this time because you don't really have that much of a choice. A perfect example of having to kill time is arriving too early to meet someone for an event. Yeah, this is a perfect example because you probably arrived early. You don't have time to go back home and then come back again because then you would be probably very late. And you just have to find something to do to let this time go by. So thus one must find something to do until that time, until the time of the event or the time that you're meeting somebody, and you have to use up that time. In that sense, you are killing time. All right, and we got several examples here to show you just how it's used. He arrived a half hour early when meeting his friend, so he decided to kill some time in a nearby bookstore. Yeah, this was typical, especially before people had smartphones. This was one of the ways that people kill time. Or if there was another store there that they had some interest in, maybe they'll go there and just browse or do some window shopping or something like that to kill the time, to use up the time. Now, you are more likely to use kill time here because you're between two events and you have to use up that time until, your friend arrives because you're too early. All right, number two. We are 20 minutes early. Let's get a cup of coffee and drink it in that convenience store to kill some time. Yeah, so a couple of people. In both cases, you really didn't have to do this. Like, if you didn't have time to kill it, you probably would not go in the bookstore. And in this case, you probably wouldn't be getting this cup of coffee right now, but you have to use up the time and say, okay, let's do this to use up the time. All right, let's continue. Number three, nowadays people tend to be less annoyed about killing time because they can often find something interesting to watch and listen to on one's smartphone. So as long as you have a smartphone, it's not as bad. So some people might say they're doing this to kill time because they probably wouldn't be doing it, at least not at this time. But, you could find something that's somewhat interesting, or maybe you might even be able to do something that's more significant. In that sense, you might not even say it's killing time. Like if you still were doing some work or you had to email somebody that was still important, you could use that time to do it. And that wouldn't be killing time because you would be putting it to better use. Usually when you're killing time, it's something you're doing that you probably wouldn't have done anyway. And you got to use up that time. And this way, if you find something useful to do, it kind of, it's not really killing time anymore because you're making use of that time. Right, let's continue. On weekends, I often like to pass the time by reading a good book. Now, again, you're not in between two events. And here we just use past time because it's just something that you like to do, that you choose to do. You could choose to do other things too, but you must like to do this one because you're choosing this one. And this is a way you could pass your time. But you're not killing your time because you're probably enjoying it too much. In my free time, I will often pass the time by going on a hike. Again, the same situation. It's not between two events, so you don't have to use up the time doing this. You're choosing to do it because it's one of the things you like to do. So you're passing the time doing this, with the free time you have, because it's one of the choices you could choose that you really like. And it's not wasteful, or it's not just using it up to get to the next thing. All right, and the last one here. Sometimes I like to pass time by shooting some hoops on the basketball court. Yeah, again, same situation. It's not between two events. You're choosing to do it. You probably enjoy it. So if you're enjoying it, it has at least some use to it. So you wouldn't usually say killing time. You're just passing the time doing it. Okay, anyway, hope you got a better feel now when you're more likely to use the term to kill time and to pass time. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.